What's up? Heavy Hooks, Rodney Smith here, and I just got to keep reiterating that we're going to see who's really standing with black folks when they start talking about reparations. It can't just be black folks talking about reparations. Everybody needs to be talking about reparations. If you want to decrease criminal activity, give black folks reparations so that they can employ themselves, so that they could have communities of black people that police themselves, because then they'd have a budget. Black people would have a budget to spend on these things. There are majority black controlled communities, but since they lack wealth, they can't control it. Black people need reparations. Black people are a distinct group of people. Some people may scoff at the idea of black folks having their own nation, but this is nothing new. Native Americans are classified as domestic dependent nations, and they live in America. South Sudan and other European countries have created their own nation. So it's nothing new to create your own nation. When you are a distinct people, you have that right to self-determination. And you can't look at this idea as something crazy. Or maybe what should be looked at as crazy is doing the same thing over and over again. Like just simply voting Democrat and trying to reform the educational system. Doing that over and over again, now that's insanity. What we need people to realize is that black people need to be repaired. And they are a distinct group of people. And they're a sovereign group of people, and all distinct sovereign people have their own nation, and black people can have the same. You may scoff at that idea, but it is an idea that many other people have did. Heck, the start of the United States, think about that. People that came over from Great Britain set up colonies here on this landmass and then decided that they're going to go for self-determination. They created the United States of America. So please don't think this idea of self-determination and creating your own nation is something crazy. Look at the 10 youngest countries in the world. These are groups of people who said, we're a distinct group of people, we're sovereign, and we're going to become our own nation. That way they can control their own destiny, and that's what black people need. All right. So look it up. If you don't believe me, look up the 10 youngest countries and just look at the history of the United States. Europeans are not native or aboriginal to this landmass of North America. All right. So we need reparations. If people are not talking about reparations, then I don't know what they're talking about. Okay. If we look at Eric Garner, if he was supposedly selling Lucy's, it's because he was poor. All right. If you give black people reparations, it's going to be less black people on the street selling Lucy's, or they could be black people selling Lucy's, but they're in a community where they're being policed by highly educated black people who understand that they're going to be people doing illegal activities because they're poor. And they're not going to kill them because of their poverty or because of their skin color and poverty. All right. So you can't get around the reparations argument. If you want black people to know more of their history, then give them the institutions and the money to run the institution and the land to put the institution on so they can educate themselves and their kids. We have to fight for reparations. OK, you don't have to like my idea of creating a nation within this nation, which already exists with the Native Americans, the domestic dependent nations. All right. We pay taxes so we can advocate for the government to give us reparations. All right. There's plenty of options, but just reforming the educational system and voting Democrat is not going to work. All right. So let's get it.